After hearing last week about how tantric breathing is part of a way to prepare for death, and now as we prepare for the longest night of the year, I'm thinking about these things in tandem, and how overcoming the fear of death was a major theme of last week, how to conquer your fear of it, how to prepare yourself. And it got me thinking, what if death is just the name for the next thing? Like, there's this segment after life called death, and it's no less short than life and has the potential for as long a layover as life. That's just the name for it. And we know only enough about it to understand that it's a change and that it means leaving life behind and that we know nothing after. No one has come back and been our guide to say, here's how this is going to go. And if they ever do, it's only for as long as that tunnel with the white light at the end takes you. And who knows? That would be like describing the birth canal in the first few seconds after that. If that was all you knew of life in the segment before this, wouldn't you be terrified too? And before life, there's something else, like the Guff, the treasury of souls from Jewish traditions. We're in Guff, and we hear snippets about this thing called life, and oh, how it terrifies us. It sounds awful, and if anyone has ever been there and come back, they have no real knowledge to impart. Like us with death, we cannot know for certain. And beyond death, what if there's another segment? Will there be something else after? Will we be comfortable in death and then in fear of the next thing? Our universe is full of patterns that repeat. Like the answers are out there, but our vision is stunted. A seashell spiral and a spiral staircase. Why? Because we discovered the measurements are good for more than a seashell. They mathematically make a solid walking apparatus. The mathematical formula shows up in other places too, logarithmic segment spirals that point the way to other formulas and more repetitions. And we are part of these patterns, creating in these images and then becoming part of the patterns ourselves. It's like the universe is trying to impart the knowledge of everything to us, but we can only live in one segment at a time. It's only an echo, clues, pieces left behind. The universe cannot speak to us directly, and we cannot whisper into our own ear. Death cannot hold our hand in life. Guff is a myth, and we don't remember it. Perhaps like birth, we will struggle for our last breath, and then like a full throttle opening, we breathe in this expanse of air, take the deepest, most satisfying breath that we have ever taken, and we are born into death, the next segment. The patterns are everywhere, but we cannot understand. We live in but one segment at a time. We cannot whisper into our own ear. Solstice is coming on the 21st, the longest night of the year, easy to be swallowed up in, but also heralding the rebirth of the light, another pattern. After the long sleep, be prepared to come out again on the other side.